I'm Doug Mascaratola, owner of Proformance Unlimited. What we do here is we custom build crate engines. It's a big thing nowadays is people putting crate engines in their car. Well, here we custom design and build crate engines for all the engine enthusiasts. I started working in a family-owned shop at about the age of 13 years old. I used to get dropped off after school. It wasn't fun back then, but you know what? It became a lot of fun as I started learning and started driving. That's when it became really interesting. But I've been doing this for a long time. We actually build engines for people all around the world. I've had some quite a bit of celebrity contact in building for. We've built for Musa Smith of the Baltimore Ravens. I built engines for the Matrix movie. I just got done building an engine for Sully, the lead singer of Godsmack. I'm now really excited. I'm now getting hooked up with Funkmaster Flex. We'll be doing a motor in a car for him. So I'll get more back into our what we do here. This happens to be one of our assembly rooms. This happens to be a 383 Chevy Stroker. This is going to a 1950 Chevy truck. This engine basically produces about 450 to 475 horsepower. What usually happens is people will call us up, tell us what they have in mind. We'll ask questions, and we'll design the engine exactly for that truck. No two engines are the same here because you can't put a camshaft in that's going to be for a heavy truck and then a camshaft that's for a light car. What a lot of people don't understand. That's why we say we custom build. We start from the scratch up, do all machine work here, and we're very meticulous in what we do. We use nothing but high quality engine parts. After we start with a block, which we shot peen. These blocks are reline honed. They're bored 30 over, and we try to keep about a zero deck with them. We'll put all new freeze plug cam bearings in these engines and paint the block the color of choice. When I say color of choice, we can basically custom paint any color. Somebody wants the color of their car. They send us an engine code. We'll paint that engine exactly to that color. Done that many a times. And then we start with, most of the time, Eagle rotating assemblies. We buy rotating assemblies that you can see back here. This happens to be like an Eagle kit. So when people ask, are your engines balanced? Yes, every one of our rotating assemblies comes with a card. We keep this on our file in case something was to go wrong. We know what gram piston and how it was weighted and balanced. Which most of our kits come with Eagle rods. This happens to be an Eagle I-beam rod. This rod's good to about 700 horsepower. And this is a bushed free-floating rod. When you have a bushed rod, that eliminates some of the stress on the piston and friction. Reduces friction, will reduce heat, and will actually build a better engine. And then on this particular one, we have Keith Black pistons. This comes with perfect circle rings, which we hand file, all rings. Again, how can you put a regular ring in any motor? The guy might be running nitrous, maybe running a turbo. And remember, when you have heat on rings, they expand. You don't have proper clearance, we're going to have rings butting, blowing pistons apart. Very important. That's why when guys said, oh, they're going to buy just a Chevy engine from a Chevy dealer, I just wave, hey, go right ahead. That's your prerogative. But there's nothing like a hand-assembled custom motor when the person knows what they're doing. And of course, we use NASCAR performance bearings, Clevite 77 bearings, all engines. I'm very strict about that. Pistons, I use a variety of pistons. I use Keith Black, SRP, Molly, Speed Pro. There's a variety of pistons that we use. But this is just to show you basically some of our kits. As I say, we custom build for everyone. These are just happen to be some of the engines that have been sold and they're just waiting to be shipped. You can see here we have a nice Chevy engine. This one happened to be with black valve covers and a black air cleaner on it. And so we go to a cast iron version engine. This customer chose red. And then we have basically another Chevy engine. This one's red. This one actually is, someone dropped us off an engine. This was R&R'd. This is the customer's engine out of his Corvette that we refurbished for him. And you can see this isn't even a brand new intake, but when we're done, that intake looks brand new. This is the original motor right out of that Corvette. We put our little touch into it. Very nice. I mean, we're very meticulous the way we do things here. Now here we move along, we can see we do have a couple of custom paint jobs here. Here we have another Chevy engine. This one, customer wanted the block painted silver. You couldn't scratch this paint off if you wanted. This is shot right out of a gun with hardeners, and it's gorgeous. I mean, my own motor's even painted purple. Again, a lot of hardeners. That paint is staying on that block forever. This happens to be another Chevy engine, 383 Chevy Stroker. Moving down a line here. This is a real nice motor. A little history about this one going on. This motor is actually a Pontiac engine. It's a stroker motor, but this is a twin turbo engine. This is going to be a fuel injected twin turbo. I basically did live run this engine. I put some injectors in there and I bolted a carburetor on here and broke this motor and ran it. It sounded fabulous just with the carburetor on there without the turbos. This happens to be a custom block. This block's about $4,000 or $5,000. This is an MR1 block. Real nice. We custom painted this engine yellow for him. Twin turbo Pontiac motor. Back here we happen to have a 347 Ford Stroker. Of course we use all MSD distributors in our engine. When it comes to ignition systems, MSD, multi-spark distributor is what that stands for. That thing fires 3 times per cylinder, whereas HEI going to fire once. There's no better ignition system than MSD. And we tune our distributors to what we're basically running. If we want full advance to come in at 25, do we want to come in at 3,000 or 35, what have you, we will curve it to what we need it to do. Like inside, we're building a blower motor. We curve that thing quite different than we do most engines. Matter of fact, full timing on it will only be about 28 or 29 degrees. So this just happens to be some of our engines that we do here on a daily basis.